Hi friends, welcome to my channel YiaYia's Heart Tarot. Today I'm going to do 3 readings, just really kind of simple readings, what you have, what you want, and how to get there. I don't know that there's too much more to say about that. I do have a little bit of a cold, I'll preface with that, so in case that comes up, a cough or whatever, or you can hear it in my voice, just going to let you know that up front. Nothing serious, but it's there. And so the 3 readings, we've got 3 different groups today. I've got some crystal chips, which are going to be the 3 groups today. I don't know how well the color is going to come through on this. I've just been fighting with my lighting now for I don't know how long, and I'm still not really happy with it, but had a ring light that just glared in my eyes all the time, and with glasses you just can't see anything. So I'm trying something a little different, so we'll see if we can get this to show up. Otherwise you may just have to use your imagination. So the 3 groups that we have, the first group that we have, group number 1 is Morganite. Morganite. Yeah, it looks like that's really not going to come through very well. It's a very, very pretty sort of a purplish pink. Morganite is a heart chakra stone. We have got Grape Agate, a couple of different sizes of Grape Agate. We've got Grape Agate nodules and Grape Agate clusters in there. A nice deep purplish blue. And then we've got Aquamarine. Let me see the blue of that one. That was not too bad. So Aquamarine. Grape Agate, I believe, is, if I had to guess, I'd say it's probably a third eye or a crown stone, and Aquamarine is a throat chakra crystal. So, Group 1, Morganite, Group 2, Grape Agate, and Group 3, Aquamarine. So, take a moment or two and decide which group you would like to listen to. The timestamps will be below in the description box or off to the side in the description box. I'm not sure how YouTube does it with just 3 timestamps. But either way, there will be a timestamp in the description, so just click on the timestamp for your reading and it will take you directly to your reading, and I will see you there. Alright, Group 1, this is your reading, the Morganite reading. So again, we're going to ask what you have, what you want, and how to get there. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to draw 3 cards for each position, see what that tells me, and then we'll do some clarification. So, what you have, what you want, and how to get there. Okay, so in the position for what you have, we've got the Hanged Man, the Hierophant reversed, and the 8 of Wands. So what you have is a desire to gain something greater. Yeah, you pretty much have, you're just sort of hanging on a wish right now. You are, you've got kind of big dreams about what you would like to have. And I don't think that this is so much material as it is, you kind of want to have the next big idea. You are really hoping to discover something or invent something or realize or recognize something. This is kind of an energy of, it's an energy of movement. It's a moving energy, so it's not so much like a solid energy. It's not so much stuff. It's more kind of inspiration or creativity or insight. This is kind of more of a dynamic energy rather than a static energy. But you don't have that yet. You've got the Hanged Man here, which denotes kind of waiting for something, anticipating something, and you've got the Hierophant, but it's reversed. So that is kind of the energy of learning something or realizing something or being able to see an outcome, but it's reversed, so it's being blocked right now. And then we've got this energy of the Eight of Wands, which is that desire to have something, come to you in a flash or to have the next great idea. So what you have right now is the desire to have that next great idea or, that next great invention, but you're not there yet. So we've kind of already established what it is that you want. But in the line of what you want, we've got the Five of Wands, we've got the Two of Swords, I think. Yeah. We've got the Five of Wands, we've got the Two of Swords, and both of those are reversed. And then we've got the Tower. So what you want is for the confusion to clear. You want the blockages to be resolved. This desire to have the next great invention or the next great insight, this great idea, this amazing design, whatever it is that you're trying to have come up with, channel, receive, whatever that is, what you want is for whatever's blocking you to be gone, to be lifted. We've also got the Tower here, which again is that energy of wanting something that's not working to get out of the way. So we've got this energy of confusion, we've got this energy of being blocked, of being not able to make a decision or not knowing the correct choice to make, and then we've got this energy of a foundation that's not really stable, that's not really serving, that's not bringing you what you want. So what you want is you want the confusion to clear, you want the blockage, whatever it is. It's like writer's block. You sit down, you want to write, but the great story is not coming to you. It's just, you can't come up with anything. It's as though something is sitting in front of you and keeping out whatever that is that you're wanting to come in, that inspiration that you're trying to welcome. There's something that is blocking that. And so what you want is for whatever that is that's blocking it to go away. So the way to get there, we've got the Temperance card and we've got the Strength card, and they are both reversed. And then we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So what this is saying is that you are, you're too much in the energy of waiting, of not putting yourself out there. You're sitting in this energy that things aren't working out. You're getting frustrated, or you're getting hopeless. Whatever it is, you're reacting to the fact that this hasn't come in yet. And so you're sort of wallowing in this energy of nothing's ever going to come, nothing's ever going to work out, or I just don't know what to do to break this hold that is keeping me from having this great idea or inventing this great thing. You're sort of wallowing in that energy of lack. And so the way to get past that is to live in the energy of abundance already. If you've ever looked into manifesting, you have to have the great idea, you've got to have the vision of what it is that you want, but then you have to have the emotion that goes with the vision, the realization of that vision. So it's not just, I hope that this happens, it's, this has happened and my life is wonderful because of it. So the way to get past this block that you have here, in the, what you want, for that block to be gone, is you have to stop existing in the energy of being blocked. You have to exist in the energy of, I've already had this incredible breakthrough, and you may very well have this incredible breakthrough. You just need the last piece. So what you need to do is you need to walk and talk the energy of how this is going to be when it plays out fully. And then that will get you through this blockage, instead of focusing on, oh geez, what do I need to do to get past this? What's the piece I'm missing? What is it I'm not seeing? Instead of focusing on that, focus on what you want the outcome to be. This is going to be amazing when I figure out how to do X, Y, and Z, or when I have this great idea of this story. I can see myself, all of the money coming in from the publishing of this particular book, or I can see my team working together to make my vision a reality, and dispersing it to the world and it becoming something amazing. So you need to start living in the energy of, I've already created this, and this is what the outcome is going to be. This is what the outcome is by creating this great thing. Even if you don't know how to create it, even if you don't know exactly what it is, if you know what you want it to do, then live in that energy, and that's how you're going to get there. So we pulled an oracle card ahead of time. Let's take a look and see what the oracle card is telling us. The oracle card is the Ram and the Dahlia, which symbolizes determination. So I think that goes right along with our reading, with this final stage here. Stay determined, keep working, and know that you're going to succeed. Don't even question it, just know it, and that will take you to whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. That's gonna be the energy that's gonna pull you through and bring about this vision that you have. And I am excited, because whatever this vision is, it's big. And so once this clicks into place, this key on this card right here at the bottom, there's this key. Once that key clicks into place, this is going to move fast, and it's going to just really complete this amazing vision that you have, or this amazing invention that you're making, or this amazing story that you're writing, whatever it is. Once that key clicks into place, and what that's going to take to get that key to click into place is just to already be there, and use your determination to stick with it, even though even if it doesn't look like you're getting anywhere, use that determination to know that you are getting there and you will get there, and just live in that energy of knowing that it's going to happen. And when it happens, it's going to happen perfectly, it's going to happen fast, it's going to be amazing. And so that's your reading. So hopefully that helps, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Hi, group number 2. This is your reading, the Grape Agate reading. We're going to do this a little differently than I normally do. I'm going to pull 3 cards for each position. We'll have what you have, what you want, and how to get there. So, Spirit, the first message that we need is what group 2 has. What do they have? Positions. Sorry. So what you have, we've got the 2 of Cups reversed, we've got the Hermit reversed, and we've got the 9 of Cups reversed. Well, what you have right now is some loneliness. A lot of loneliness. Yeah. So what you want, let's take a look at that, because this is pretty self-explanatory. You really are pretty lonely. What you want, you've got the Judgment card reversed, we've got the 6 of Cups, and we've got the 2 of Swords. So I feel like what you want is to return to a time when you weren't so lonely. I feel like you are kind of nostalgic for a past relationship, I hear in my head. And I feel like there is someone who's holding out with regard to this relationship. And you're hoping, what you want is that you're hoping that they'll come back to you. You're hoping that they will decide that they want to come back to you. So that's what I'm seeing here. So how to make that happen? So we've got the King of Pentacles, we've got the 10 of Pentacles, and we've got the Knight of Swords. No, sorry, the Page of Swords. So the way to make this happen is to offer this individual stability. I feel like in the past, with regard to this relationship, you've not been very steady. You've not been willing to commit maybe to I'm hearing you may not have been able to commit, period, to this relationship. But I also am seeing this as you may not have been willing to commit to a particular livelihood that may have been something that didn't really spark your interest that much, but it paid the bills. So I'm not necessarily advocating that you do that, that you commit to this particular relation or this particular livelihood or this particular job, if it's something that you don't love. But if you want this relationship to work, you're going to have to commit to something that may not be your ideal, what you think is your ideal job. It may be that you're off chasing windmills. You're trying to find that something that just is your fondest wish, that you can spend your days doing something that's easy and enjoyable and just makes you so happy. But the problem with that is, or this may be something that allows you time to just like work on puzzles all day long, like continue this might be you going to school indefinitely, and not being willing to put your efforts into something that's more concrete, that may not be as stimulating, but it again pays the bills. So I feel like that you may be a bit of a dreamer sometimes, and you feel like it is giving up if you actually take a job that is more mundane, that's not as exciting, or it's not as intellectually stimulating, or whatever the case may be. I feel like you have been, again, I keep hearing the phrase chasing windmills. You've been off chasing your dreams, and because of that, you just haven't really settled into something that is a stable, something that allows you to have stability, and allows a partner to depend on you for stability. It could be that this partner that you're hoping will come back to you has been providing for the two of you, because you just don't seem to want to settle into something that isn't your ideal job. But your ideal job may not be there, at least not yet. That may be something that down the road will be coming, and you can keep your eye out for it. But in the meantime, this person needs that stability before they can come back and stay with you, because they're getting really tired of being the one who has to provide the livelihood, has to pay the bills, has to be the steady one. So that's what is going on with you right now. You're very lonely. You hope that this person will come back to you, but they left because or they're thinking of leaving, whichever way it is, because they're tired of being the one to always have to be the steady one, to provide the income, to provide the stability, to provide the security. They want you to step up and to do that. You're reluctant to do that because that's not what you want to do with your life. And I get that. We all get that. But for the time being, if you really want this relationship to work out, you may have to step back and do something a little bit more mundane for a while, until you can maybe build up some resources, and then you can step back out again, maybe after you've discussed it with this individual that you want to be in this relationship with, Once you've built a bit of a nest egg and some security, then you may be able to step back out and test the waters as far as, finding something that's more your calling rather than just a job. So, I pulled an oracle card ahead of time. Let's see what the oracle card is here. The oracle card is the snake and the fern, and this is about starting over. So, that's basically kind of what this reading is about. You're going to have to reestablish, you're going to have to start over on a different tack. You're going to have to reassess your current status and your current needs and values and decide whether or not you're willing to start over in a way that's more stable and maybe a little bit boring, but it's just for the time being. And so if you want this relationship to start over, you're going to have to reassess that piece of it and see if you're willing to do that. If you're not willing to do that, then don't hold out hopes that this relationship is going to work, because it probably won't, unless you're willing to make some concessions as far as making money and taking something that pays the bills and provides a little more security. So that's the reading for you guys. I hope it helped. I appreciate your being here, and I will see you next time. Hi, Group 3. This is your reading, the Aquamarine group. We're going to do things a little bit differently than I normally do. I'm going to get 3 cards for each of 3 positions: what you have, what you want, and how to get there. So let's get started. First position is what you have. What you have. Okay, next is what you want. What you want. And how to get there. Okay. So, we have got in the what you have position, the King of, I always forget what these are. Hang on. They have some sort of different names for the suits. So this is the King of Swords. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. No, 3 of Wands, sorry, reversed. And we've got the 9 of Cups. So, the King of Swords, the 3 of Wands reversed, and the 9 of Cups. So what you have right now is you are an individual who is quite intellectual and perhaps a bit opinionated. And because of that, you find yourself being kind of limited with regard to your social scope. feel like what you have right now is that you have kind of a narrow range of individuals who are willing to interact with you. And that confuses you. You're a very intelligent individual. You're very, very smart. You like to converse with people, but the way you like to converse with people is you like to in your mind, you like to have lively discussions, but in other people's, the way other people receive it, they see it as you kind of like to argue. And you are pretty compelled to kind of have the last word, or have the upper hand, or know the most. And consequently, you find yourself being kind of hurt by other people, because you see your interactions as being lively and being intellectually stimulating, and you get really fired up about debating a particular subject matter, and you expect others to jump on board and be equally as excited about debating a particular subject matter. But what you actually find is that people either, I'm hearing, shut you down, or they leave, and they just don't want to engage with you, because you are really very, very intense. So, with regard to what you have right now, you kind of have this confusion, and a lack of socialization, and perhaps a lack of friends, because your way of interacting with people is not comfortable to a lot of other people. You have a very unique way of interacting with people. You have just an extreme zest for learning new things, and finding out other people's thoughts on things, but there's a very, very small percentage of people who enjoy that same thing. There's a very small group of people who are highly intellectual, who also love to debate about virtually everything. But because there's such a small percentage of those people, you don't come into contact with them very often. And so you rarely find someone who's willing to engage with you on the same level that you are able to and wish to engage in conversation. So, what you would like, we've got the Emperor, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, and we've got the Wheel. So what you would like is, you would like to have more intellectual conversations with people. You would like to, and it's not even the conversations that you want. What you want is the input from others. Your own intellect is very stimulating to you, and you love to go and research things and learn new things, and ponder great ideas. You love that. But there's only so far you can go within your own head, and you are perpetually wishing that you had feedback from other people, because you feel like that might be the piece that you're lacking with regard to really, really understanding something, or really coming up with something new, or finding the pieces of the puzzle that are going to all click together and make something amazing. So what you want is, you want to have this interaction with other people who are going to be as stimulating as you are, and as stimulated by the conversation as you are, because you are relatively certain, in fact, you have a great deal of passion about the possibility and probability that by having these types of conversations with the same types of people as you are, you will come up with, as a collective, just the most amazing inspirational ideas, and you will solve the world's problems, and you will create the next amazing thing. So what you want, what you wish for, is to find like-minded individuals who will help you take each other to the next level. So the way to get there, you've got the Two of Cups, you've got the Shadow. Not sure which card this is. Oh, this is the Devil. Okay. You've got the Two of Cups, you've got the Shadow, the Devil reversed, and you've got the Page of Wands reversed. So the way to get there is to actually, you need to establish a relationship, but this relationship, in order to establish this relationship, you have to let go of your need to be so fiery all the time. You have to let go of your need to dive in at the 10-meter level, or from the 10-meter level. The way to get to being able to have this discourse with other intellectual and intelligent people is to establish a relationship before you dive into these incredibly weighty and emotionally charged issues. So basically, tone it down initially, because by doing that, what's happening here is that you're scaring people away. You are frightening people from the get-go, and they are just closing themselves off right away just to protect themselves, because you are an intense individual. But if you can approach relationships, and this doesn't necessarily mean like a love relationship, this can be a friendship, this can be a work group, it can be any sort of a relationship. Anytime you relate with another person, approach that with less need to immediately jump into a meaningful, powerful conversation, and less fire, less passion, less drive, and less urgency. So if you can approach every relationship initially by backing off on some of this, just this extreme energy and fieriness that you show up with initially, oftentimes, you will be able to gain the trust of these individuals, and then they will be able to open up to you, and at that point you can have these deep discursive conversations, and these you can have debates where you can have some there can be some friction with that sort of thing. There can be some disagreements. But if you start out your first conversation with disagreement and friction, nobody's going to want to continue that. But if you build a relationship first, and then you can have these deep discussions, the other individual in the relationship will know that they're still safe with you, that this isn't you attacking them, this is just you bringing up new ideas and wanting to have feedback, and they'll feel safe to be able to have that discourse with you. So that's the way to get from here to here. So we pulled an oracle card up front. Let's see what our oracle card says. The oracle card is the weasel and the pine, and it's all about introspection. So, this is telling you again to have enough introspection to realize how you come across. Take some time to kind of examine your persona and put yourself in the position of the individual that you might be approaching, and recognize how it is that you might seem to them and how you might seem really intimidating up front if you come in 100%, because you're such a powerful individual, you're such an intellectual individual, you're just a lot. So have the introspection, take some time to go inside, see yourself from another perspective, from someone else's perspective, and realize kind of how you look, and then fine tune it a little bit, tweak it just a little bit, so that when you meet someone, when you first approach someone, when you're trying to develop a relationship with someone, you can be just a little softer around the edges until you've built up that trust. And then you're going to have even greater conversations and debates with these individuals, because when you both come from a position of power, of trust, of security, then you can be more open with ideas that might conflict initially, but will actually raise the level of the discussion, of the conversation, of the ideas to a new level, because it might be putting together things that wouldn't be commonplace. So take this time to be introspective and see how you come across, and then just tone that down a little bit and start off a little easier so that you can build this trust, and then you can have even better conversations, even more lofty and lively discourse with each other, because you're safe and they're safe. They feel safe with you. So I hope this has helped. I really appreciate your being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.